Wellbeing program Arts Active is also open and is a space to try something new. We help sell your work and support you through our Made in Arts London program. We find the best places for you to spread your creative wings. And as a London living wage employer, we ensure that our opportunities are fair. We have a free and confidential advice service for housing and academic issues, so you can spend time making the most of your university experience. Your elected student officers work with you to make a difference by campaigning together for change at UAL and beyond. We'll fight to make sure you're treated fairly and with dignity. So this is us, Arts SU. We're here and can't wait to meet you.
Hello everyone, hi. Welcome to the CCW talk. My name's Georgia Spencer. I'm the welfare officer for this year and the CCW link officer after graduating from Fine Art at Wimbledon in June. Today's talk will be about a 20-minute presentation and there'll be time for questions at the end. And this presentation is just to get you familiar with the Student Union and what we do, because at your time at university, you'll be hearing a lot about the Student Union. So importantly, we are not the university. We are separate to UAL. We just work together on a lot of things, but we are separate. We're run by the students for the students. We're accountable to you, and everything we do is with you as a priority as students, and we're on your side. Okay, so who are we? At the Student Union, you're automatically enrolled, or you're automatically a member of the Student Union when you enroll at UAL, meaning anyone can sign up to student-run societies, play for sports teams, and campaign to improve their colleges, as well as enjoying like affordable refreshments and things at our cafes and bars. Our aim is to essentially help each student make the most of their time at university. Yeah, that's essentially who we are. The fun part, these are the services that you can access, and essentially in the next 20 minutes we're going to take you on a PowerPoint tour of the Student Union and tell you all about the services and opportunities we provide, from our social events to our advice service. There is a lot that we can offer for you as students. Okay, so these gorgeous people on your screens are your officer team this year. We are the officer team for this academic year. We've been elected by the student body to represent you, and that is our full-time jobs as the sabbatical officers. We regularly meet with decision makers at all levels within the university, and we're members of important committees where they can affect kind of change for you as students. But just importantly, like we were elected by the students, and that's kind of something that happens each year, is the elections for the sabbatical officers. And then this is just a slide about our SU campaign priorities. As sabbatical officers, we have priorities each year, and this is partly kind of, well, largely what gets us voted in, is we kind of have manifestos for what we want to aim to do for the year. And then over the last kind of couple of months as SABs, we've been kind of working on those ideas. Kind of firstly, decolonising and inclusivity at UAL, targeted accessibility support, international student support, and community mobilisation and development. These are all kind of things that we will be talking about more over the coming weeks, kind of as these are developing kind of more and more. We each as SABs kind of will be involved in each of them, but we maybe have kind of more targeted areas as well. But yeah, you could kind of follow us online and things like that if you want to see the kind of regular updates about how these kind of campaign priorities are going. Okay, the autumn elections 2021. So Arts SU is an independent charity led by our 18,500 members, through elections and referendums. Every UAL student has the right to participate and vote in our elections to determine who represents them and kind of what direction the organisation takes through the priorities of its elected leaders. In our autumn elections, you have the opportunity to apply to become one of the National Union of Student Delegates and or one of the NUS Liberation Delegates to represent UAL students at a national level. Delegates' primary role is to attend the respective NUS conference to contribute to the national debate, vote on policy, and elect NUS leadership. It's an incredible opportunity to drive change on a national level for art students, develop your own personal skills, and grow your networks with students across the UK. I attended this year when I was a student, and it was a really interesting kind of thing to go to. I'd never really experienced something like that before, but I would highly recommend it from my perspective. Okay, and then course reps. So another effective way you can have your voice heard is by becoming a course rep. Course reps are students at the heart of improving teaching, facilities, and community in UAL's colleges. So your course leader will be arranging course rep recruitment for your course over the next coming weeks. I was a course rep for my course at Wimbledon. I really enjoyed the experience. It kind of got me closer to my course mates. And just kind of improved my skills of like communicating because you kind of communicate with your course mates, but you would also kind of speak with the deans and with tutors and things like that. And it was just really interesting, and it did make you feel like you were kind of making a difference for your course for kind of any issues people may have had. Okay, and then events. The Arts Student Union creates events to build community and gives you the best time at university. University is stressful, or it can be stressful, and you do need time to kind of socialise and look after your well-being as well as your studies. So we put on a range of events to make sure that there is something for everyone, and we're excited to be delivering events online and in person this year. This is our lovely website. The SU is holding a wide array of online community events, in-person Freshers Fair, Freshers Club nights, and Give It a Go or Society Sports Club events. All can be accessed on our website. As you can kind of see there, it's quite easy to navigate. Students might need to make an online account when you go online, but that's really easy. It just takes a couple of minutes. And welcome fairs. So the Arts SU Welcome Fair is back this year, and we're making up for lost time with 2 days of it. The fairs will be taking place Tuesday the 21st and Wednesday the 22nd of September at Chelsea College of Arts. So that's tomorrow. The fair is just a chance to kind of talk to the sports clubs, societies, and student-led networks alongside student-led communities. There's a great selection of national and local businesses ready and waiting for freebies to give you. So whether you're searching for a club or society to join, looking to find some more information about the Students' Union and student-led campaigns, or just kind of searching for discounts and offers, you're in the right place. Me and all the SABs will be down there as well, kind of ready and waiting to meet as many of you as we can in our little sabbatical officer t-shirts. So it should be a fun couple of days. Okay, so sports clubs and non-competitive sports. There's 20 different sports clubs you can join, whether it's competitive sports like football or basketball, or non-competitive sports like dance and climbing. There's a lot of different communities for you to join. If there's a club you want to start, drop your activities officer, Armani, an email, and we'll be happy to help you. All sports sessions will be online in term 1, and there's a real variety of activities taking place. During the big welcome in October, we have 3 weeks of free online activities that you can take part in. So why not meet some of our fabulous committee members and join in with the free sessions? There'll be a mix of online workout sessions run by students and coaches, as well as virtual socials, quizzes, and meet and greets. Membership costs will range depending on what clubs you want to join. And we have termly memberships to make joining clubs more affordable. Once we're able to play sports in physical spaces in term 2, hopefully, you'll have the opportunity to compete against other universities in weekly competition in BUCS. It's a great chance to get competitive, represent UAL, and hopefully win some trophies. And then in March, there's our annual varsity competition where all of our sports clubs compete across one day against our rival Goldsmiths University, with the winner being crowned the Arts Cup champions. Goldsmiths defeated us in 2020, and we're looking for revenge next year, basically. So whether you're a participant or just want to come and watch, I think that will be exciting. We also have Arts Active. It's all about trying something new, exciting things without the competitive edge. It's a great opportunity to meet people across different campuses, access affordable activities, have fun, and relieve some stress. Arts Active runs every week during term time, excluding bank holidays. And the annual membership will give you access to all classes. There's also termly and yearly memberships, but the prices are to be confirmed, and classes are beginner level and open to all. And then our societies. So student societies provide opportunities for you to meet like-minded people, explore your interests, and develop your creative practice. There is something for everyone at Arts SU, from curation and culture to advocacy and well-being. Why not start an academic society to supplement your course material? We have 30 different societies that students can join, and all of our societies and clubs are student-led, so they're created for students by students. Societies will also be running 3 weeks of free online workshops for all UAL students during the big welcome, so it's worth kind of giving it a go. The workshops will include live drawing, panel talks with guests, meet and greets, and more. There's no limit to the number of societies you can join, and you can meet some really great people, and just do some really fun things that you maybe otherwise wouldn't get to do on your courses. Okay, your artistic professional development. So our current course page on this website lists all of our creative opportunities, both internally at UAL and externally working with our arts programme partners. The team run a year-long programme at UAL to help professionally develop your practice, gain links to resources, and get up to date with our annual professional development series on our site. You can learn more about the legacy projects and how you can showcase and sell your work in Exhibit and Made in Arts London. You can find out how to develop your skills as a creative by loaning out our exhibition and project spaces and applying to the funding available to ensure your project has the best head start for success. And again, this is just a really good way to kind of gain some skills that maybe just you wouldn't have access to on your course in the same way. It's a little bit more independent for you as a student. And again, you might end up working with people that you wouldn't get to work with that you would at your normal course. Arts SU Advice Service. Your student union's advice service is here to offer you independent support if you find yourself in a difficult situation while studying at UAL. We can advise on a range of issues that might affect you while studying here. The advice service is confidential, which means we won't tell your college that you've approached us unless you kind of ask us to. On our website, you can access quick advice from some of the most common processes students encounter at UAL. But if you're unsure where to start, you can try our self-help questionnaire or get in touch. And you can book an appointment with one of our advisors through the website as well. We also have the companion scheme. Our companion scheme pairs students together with another student of a similar age, college, background or circumstance. We have a variety of companion groupings, with a new one added this term that pairs late arrival or quarantining students with another in the same situation. And I think we've got a video for that now. Perfect. Okay, so now on to your cafes and bars. Our commercial services run 3 sites across UAL. There's 2 cafes, one at High Holborn and one at CSM, and a bar at LCC. Both cafes are open from mid-October, but the Darkroom bar is unfortunately closed due to COVID-19. The cafes will be open with restricted hours, but we have taken all the health and safety precautions necessary to keep you safe while enjoying the venues. We make careful decisions with our product lines to make sure that they're both ethical and sustainable. Our products are kept at an affordable rate for students, and any profit that we make goes back into investing in the student union services, meaning that basically when you shop at one of our sites, you're kind of investing into yourselves, essentially. Student union official merch. Arts SU produces UAL's official merch, like hoodies, t-shirts, tote bags, and keep cups. It's the only place to buy UAL merch. It's sustainably and ethically found or sourced fabric made to fair trading standards. It's affordable, and again, when you kind of buy these things, all profits are just reinvested into running our services. Okay, how to contact us. So we have the artssu.com website. We have a Facebook page, Instagram at artssu London, email info at su.arts.ac.uk, and in person, our head office is at LCF, which is in Holborn, and we're on the 1st floor. There's a lot of different ways to get in touch with your sabbatical officers as well. We all have emails, as well as our Instagrams that we use for our individual sabbatical officers accounts. Yeah, so you can kind of arrange meetings if you want. You can come see us in person, and of course, if anyone's around over the next couple of days, we will be at the Freshers' Fair as well if you want to come meet your student union staff. And yeah, there's a Q&A now. So if you've got any questions, fire away. Is the Music Society doing Give It a Go sessions? I would have thought so. Sharon, do you know any more about that?
Hi, so I'm Sharon, one of the SU staff members. Our Give It a Go sessions that our societies and sport clubs are doing, I think some might still need to be put on the website. So if the Music Society are going to do a Give It a Go session, they'll put that on the website. They should have an Instagram page. If you go into their sort of page on our website, where you can sort of keep in touch of what they're doing, and they might do a newsletter or something as well for their members. So I advise you going on that page and perhaps joining the society, or just checking their accounts to see what they're doing.
Thanks, Sharon. The questions. Which colleges are the sports clubs held at? I believe there's it kind of depends on the sports club, I think. Sharon might know a bit more, but I think it just depends which venues the sports clubs kind of can get hold of, basically, when it kind of comes around to January and kind of assessing that situation then.
Yeah, I think there's different facilities that the sport clubs use dotted around the different colleges. So I'm not entirely sure if all the facilities we use would be in one place, just to, for the sake of ensuring that there's facilities available when the sport clubs need to use them. So yeah, that. But I'm sure there's probably information on the website, and certainly any events that the sport clubs do, they will say where the location is as well. There's a few more questions that have been submitted.
Cool. For the course reps, does it matter what year you're in? No, so you can be a course rep for whatever year. I didn't start doing it for myself until second year because I just felt that was more comfortable for myself. I just kind of wanted to sit back a bit more in first year and sort of enjoy other sides of things. But as far as I know, or in my experience at least, there were course reps for each year within the course. So yeah, if you're in first year, you can kind of go ahead and just go for it. But the same applies for any year as well. How would someone go about becoming a course rep? So your tutors and course leaders will kind of be in contact about this at the minute. And when your course starts over the next couple of weeks, you should kind of be in conversation with them, or well, they'll be getting in touch with you guys and sort of letting you know the details on how to become a course rep. But essentially, kind of your name will be put forward if you kind of want to be one, and you'll be kind of contacted by the student union, I believe. Can you show us the companionship websites for people trying to find similar interests? So that should just be on the student union website, I believe.
We'll put the link in the chat for everyone.
Perfect, thank you. Are sports clubs not able to be in person until January, or are they able to be in physical spaces now? So as far as I'm aware, they can't be in physical spaces until January.
So they, sorry, that was just a mix-up. So the sport clubs are, they are available to be in physical spaces. So that, yeah, that is something that the sport clubs are able to do. They might be doing virtual things as well, just to ensure that any students that are still studying remotely can access the clubs as well in some way, but they will be able to do some physical things as well. Yeah.
Awesome.
Got a few more questions.
What would you say is the easiest way to keep up to date? So say for me personally, when I was a student, I found that Instagram was really helpful. I followed Arts SU and kind of any clubs and socks that I found really interesting. I made sure to kind of follow them as well so that I could keep up to date with that. But I think you can sign up to newsletters as well, and emails that kind of come around regularly, as well as looking on the Arts SU website. It's updated like pretty frequently. And I think there's like a what's on section there as well. So yeah, that's a pretty good place. But there's a lot of different ways you can kind of keep in touch with what's going on. It's maybe just whatever preference you have. Where can we find the list of student societies? I want to meet more friends interested in music production. So you can find lists on the student union website. This should kind of show the societies on there. There will also be the societies, a lot of them will be around at the Freshers' Fair as well, or they'll at least kind of be mentioned. But as well, I probably keep banging on about Instagram, but I found it helpful to go through the student union's Instagram and sort of search like music SU through there, and then you should be able to find their Instagrams as well. Is there somewhere we can find a price list for the different types of subscriptions for the sports clubs? So as far as I know, they haven't necessarily all been confirmed yet, but I think that would be put online on the Student Union website. And I think once you click onto say you wanted to look at hockey, I think once you click onto that, it should tell you there what the prices would be.
I think that is all the questions that have been submitted by everyone watching. So fantastic.
Perfect. Well, thank you everyone for your questions, and thank you for coming today, and thank you, Sharon, for hosting as well. And yeah, hopefully see as many of you as possible at the Freshers Fair over the next couple of days. If not, kind of, that's totally fair, but maybe keep an eye on our Instagrams, and DM us or Instagram us if you want to get in touch.
Great. Bye.
Bye.